friends. How are you? So today is touch, and I have to be honest, I did not want to talk about touch today. I am kind of in my own space, in my own head. I'm getting doing my year end stuff and my year beginning stuff, and just kind of not really in a spot of wanting to touch people's lives, I guess. And I'm looking at myself. I put my makeup on in the car, on the way here, and I have no idea what I look like until I get right here. So I'm as shocked as you are about the red lipstick. Anyway, so there was a couple of things that happened this week where there was like, I don't know, well, as the title says, is people wanting to say something and not knowing how to say it. And so because they don't know the perfect thing to say, they choose to not say anything at all. Okay. And so are you with me on this? Have you been in that situation before where you want to say something, you want to communicate something to somebody, and yet the words are escaping you, or how to say it, or how to start the conversation? And, one of the things I've tried to do is pick up on these cues when I feel like someone is trying to say something to me. And, it may come in a way of a subtle suggestion on talking with someone, or a, something that they say that just really doesn't sound like it's part of the conversation and it gives you pause. Do you know what I'm talking about? Have you been there? Um, so I started thinking about it, and I think about all the things that we don't say because we don't know how to say it. And so what happens is that things don't automatically get better, right? Things have to be talked about. So my suggestion to you and to me is kind of threefold. The first is actions. So, it's funny, I've spoken in the past about love languages, and I will say, like, my love language for sure is acts of service. So if I don't know what to say, a lot of times I will do something. And that way I feel like I'm communicating, opening the door, letting down defenses, and maybe from there we can build, so I'm an acts of service kind of girl, you know. So the other love languages, one is physical touch, the acts of service, affirmations. So people who really like that attaboy, attagirl kind of thing, and that really specific, saying something, nice about someone. Um, the other two are what? I know I should have looked before I got on. Didn't know I was going to talk about this today, clearly. So anyway, my daughter said the other day, and I had to laugh. She was saying her New Year's resolution was to be nicer to people at work. And I won't say what daughter. And she goes, they don't understand that my love language is shit talking. And I had to laugh, so like, her love language is giving you shit, And so I'm like, yeah, no, that's not my love language. I don't like that. So we kind of had this conversation about it. But what it brought up to me is that thought about, I'm not comfortable in my space. I don't love that embracing the suck where I'm uncomfortable, so I want to talk about it. It's more of a, let's do something funny, and through humor we can come up with the solution that we all get to open up the box of what we want to talk about or what we want to communicate. So anyway, my suggestion to us is to fumble through it, maybe find the language, the words to kind of put it into action. And through that, maybe be able to get to where we want to go. And maybe, and again, so how does that happen? How does that feel? So when you're through what you want to say, but you don't know how to say it, and you feel like you're not getting the message across, my thought is the way that that message might have been communicated, and however you do it, is that you have this untying of the knots in your stomach, and you feel better, and you're able to pick it up and move it forward. So, if it goes unsaid at all, and if you just figure that maybe they're just going to know because it's that they should know or something like that, have those conversations. That's my thought, is be messy, know that your communication might not be perfect, know that starting communications is really important, giving the other person an opportunity to listen, really listen, and maybe for you, practice your space also. So I don't know. I'm all over the place today. This touch thing, some people say to me sometimes, how do you know what to talk about in the morning? And there are mornings like this morning that I don't have a clear message, but I have a thought, right? And I have a thought about processing, reviewing, digging into, this, like, again, these holiday season feels that you have. And so anyway, that's my thought. And this goes for positive things as well as not positive things, right? So if you don't tell somebody in that those words of affirmations of letting them know the awesome things you caught them doing, that's a missed opportunity as well. Anyway, I'm all over the place. I see that we've got some people on. Again, I can't see unless you comment who's here. But I thank you for being here, and those who are watching in the replay, just fumble through it. Let's do this together. And let's know that perfection is just not out there. All right, my friends, I'll talk with you soon.